Down to Gehenna and up to the throne. He travels the fastest who travels alone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kevin Reviews. And yes, that quote is from Rudyard Kipling and is from the movie itself. I just finished watching 2019's 1917. This is by Universal Pictures, Dreamworks Pictures, New Republic Pictures, and Reliance Entertainment, and it's directed by Sam Mendes. Sam Mendes also wrote this, as well as Krysty Wilson-Cairns. And the cast includes Dean Charles Chapman, George MacKay, Daniel Mays, Colin Firth, Benedict Cumberbatch, Pip Carter, and Andy Apollo. So I am watching 1917, but I'm not watching this alone, nor am I reviewing it alone. I am with Jay Griffin's reviews. This is our first time collaborating. I think in general for this particular video, we're not going to talk directly to each other, but because we're in two different places, but we're going to edit our thoughts and general opinions on the film together. So I hope it works out. I hope I do well, because that's what I'm really nervous on right now. Uh, that's why I'm probably going to stutter more. But overall, yes, we're going to review it, and I will likely, in my position, I will likely have our review together, our collaboration together, and maybe I'll have a review up just for my general thoughts. So I might do that. I may not. I don't know yet. But I think that's my plan. If you want to check out Jay Griffith's reviews, I'll leave in the link to the description below for his review on 1917, our collaboration on from his perspective. So again, I hope this goes well. I'm going to probably stuttering a lot because I'm not 100% sure. I'm just kind of worried on our first collaboration. I want to make sure I do this right. Hopefully. But in any case, 1917 is again directed by Sam Mendes and is written by Sam Mendes. After the James Bond films, he was trying to think about what he wanted to do next, and he got the idea to do a World War I film, but it's specifically a film that's based on the stories of his grandfather. Um, yeah, I have to look this up. Alfred Mendes. Alfred Mendes was a messenger, and he was a messenger for the First Battalion Royal Rifle Corps, and I had to look that up because I shook the camera there, and yeah, he was part of the Rifle Corps, um, in a messenger overall. So the stories are a bit fragmented from what I understand, but otherwise it's something that Sam Mendes wanted to do, and he did it. He did it in this film for 1917. My general opinions on war films, I like them. I do really like them. Nowadays, I feel like I prefer war films that involve what's happening on the home front. So, I mean, I have seen like Saving Private Ryan. I've seen Hacksaw Ridge. I've seen Dunkirk, Wind Talkers, and Black Hawk Down. I've seen plenty of those type of war films, and I guess for me, it's just I find it a little bit tiring, just a little bit. Um, but I still really enjoy it. In terms of like films that I've seen that involve the war front, I mean, Imitation Game and The Darkest Hour are the ones that come to mind. But I was still excited. I remember seeing the poster and I thought, okay, pretty cool. And the thing is, when you see the trailers and it boasts the fact that this was all going to be done in one continuous shot, and you hardly ever see that. And I do remember like one film that's a horror film. I don't remember what it is, but I got panned heavily for doing the one continuous shot thing. But maybe it didn't do it well. But for this film, it did boast that it is done in one continuous shot. So that was intriguing. I wanted to see that for that reason alone. I saw with one of my folks, and And so we saw it, and I remember really enjoying this. And I'm probably going to give it away here, but yeah, I still, after watching it, I really do enjoy this. But let's actually get on to my review of 1917 from 2019. So the story goes is that Lance Corporal Blake and Schofield, with that's Dean Charles Chapman and George MacKay, are messengers or soldiers, messengers, or lance corporals in general. They get a mission to basically deliver a message to a, a Colonel Mackenzie, who later is played by Benedict Cumberbatch, but he's not in the film very long. But the thing is, the message is that they have to get it to the second division Devons, um, is a regiment who are about to attack the Germans and about to go over. But unfortunately, what they don't know is that they're walking into a trap. So now, with that knowledge, Blake and Schofield must travel alone by themselves to basically make it to the Devons and basically and stop the attack before 1,600 people, 100 men lose their lives. So um, time is of the essence because they had to do it by tomorrow, and of course with war going on, they had to face all kinds of threats. So but yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the story, and I think that's really all you need. But I do still think this is a very good film. It's not one I watch very often, but I still enjoy it for what it did, and a lot of that is because of what it boasted. The whole one continuous shot, start from point A and point B. I have mentioned that several times, but for this one particular and how it's set up, this is warranted from a point A, point B scenario. It's all about the journey. It's all about understanding the horrors of war in general. Whether it focuses on the characters, I mean, it does quite a bit, but not enough. But still, you don't care. Blake and Schofield do have a pretty good unique chemistry. It's like even though you just see him like sitting one day at a tree, you kind of get the idea that they've been friends for quite a long time during this war. And that's enough. That's really all you need. And the camera work, especially because we're following them so much, does make it intimate. Like we're actually the going along with their journey. We're understanding them better as human beings as well as soldiers, and it's it's in a way you like the characters, even though there's not like a ton to them. But that's you don't need to, because that's again, it's all about the journey. But yeah, let's talk about the continuous shot thing because it is done. It is looks like it's done by continuous shot, but it is not. It from what I researched, it took about 30 to 40 cuts, and they use a thing called digital stitching software. I don't know what the software is really called, but they make it look like it's edited together to give the illusion of a one continuous shot. And it's hardly noticeable. Though there are moments at times where it cuts to black, or if it goes to a part of a wall, like it phases through a wall or through shadow. There's like a moment where they're in a cruise, and it's nighttime, and it's mostly done in shadow. So there's that. Um, and it's done very well. I'm sure it was a huge undertaking because not only there was a lot of rehearsals, they also had to get the weather right because weather right, and if the weather wasn't right, they do more rehearsals. But it's all about this like having these parts, this machine to make this film work together flowingly and naturally, and it does it so well. It does a fantastic job in doing that and doing so. Um, it's almost like in a way you can picture it as like a relay race because it starts with like a camera kind of like walking back. We see the characters, and then sometimes it'll shift to go behind them or to the side of them. And there are moments where when it has to pick up the pace, like they have to run. There's like some cameraman who I think I actually looked for behind the scenes of this, and there is cameraman with like this strap-on type camera where they have to actually run, and especially this happens during the trench some of the trench scenes, and it's done so well and it's hardly noticeable. And and I'm sure they had to go through a lot with like some of the effects, like the dust and explosions and whatnot. But again, it's done very well. Um, it's really an impressive job that they did. And but yeah, they had to do 30, 40 cuts, and but it's so impressive for what they did overall. The music is also very good. It's very tense. Very tense. There's like a moment where they're in a bunker and it's about to collapse and they're trying to run out. And the music really builds the tension. It starts small and soft and then it kind of grows and grows. It's like, are you going to make it and whatnot? It also reminds me of the Joker and the Dark Knight when he does the "Why So Serious" bit, and that it kind of plays that similar type of music. And they also use an electronic wind instrument to make some more kind of weird noises. I can't really say a ton about the audio or the music because I'm not a music aficionado, but I can I can just do a basic description on some of it. The cinematography is also very good. It's again a lot of it is in front and back, and it just kind of flows naturally. I think my favorite part whereas when they they see a crowd of British soldiers all sitting and listening to a song, "Poor Wayfaring uh, Stranger" or something like. I hope that's the right song, and the camera starts going behind the characters, and then it goes kind of around, and then kind of like at the front where the guy's singing, and then it focuses on the soldiers and their faces as they listen to the music, and it zooms in on show on them to just kind of looking beaten and tattered.